Good morning and welcome to the pre-market live show and happy Halloween. It is Halloween and it is scary that heat map just changed over and it is kind of red. Microsoft, Nvidia, Google, Meta, Amazon, Apple, everything red. The rest of it's flat. So we're gonna have to see what's going on with earnings this week. So let's jump in and check out our Jolie's jumpers. So I hope everyone has a great Halloween. And I'm going to jump in and see our Jolie's jumper so we can get rocking and rolling here. Here we go. ADTX. Let's see it. We were actually looking at it last night, as a matter of fact, and we've been looking at it. So, ADTX, what's it doing today? Halloween. It opened at 72, got to 73, and then came way down. So that one took a huge dip, and we're definitely going to be looking at this bad boy now. And it got further away from the 20. So we're going to keep an eye on this ADTX and see if that's a little dip and rip situation. BLNK, let's see what that's doing. It's back to 207. It did get up to that 225 plus and then started to pull back. Let's see. I think we're going to get a roll off coming. So keep your eye on BLNK to get moving again. And their earnings are coming up next in a week or two. CPSH up 46 cents. This one's popping up this morning. CPSH. It did pop up yesterday, 143 to 235, and then today 191 to 218, and it's at 187 right now. So CPSH, nice little pop up there. What's that DJT doing? It is back up into the 40s. And again, it needed to make room. It was way up there, and I think you're going to see it kind of bounce back up and run even higher. So let's watch it curl back up into the top as this last week before the election and get cruising. And drug looks like it wants to run up even higher. It looks like it wants to roll off and keep going up. So this one's been crazy. And it looked like it tried to build that base in the 40s. We're talking it went from like $1 to $40 like instantly. So that's pretty wild one. DRUG. Um, and looks like it wants to keep going back up. EFSH. We had looked at this before it ran up, and then it took a nice dip, and I think it might be trying to curl back up here on Halloween. Opened at 49 and got up to 94. It's at 69. So keep your eye on that EFSH, that 1847 holdings is running right now. GRI, I saw that yesterday moving up. Let's see what it's trying to do this morning. Let me take a quick look at GRI. And yeah, it did run up yesterday, 63 to 93. And this morning it opened at 83, came down to 77, but it's at 81 and not looking too bad there. So GRI, that's one we had before. It does look pretty nice. At JL, I know somebody was looking at that last night. I meant to add it to the list. I totally forgot. They've been looking at it for like 2 days, and I saw it was popped up at the top there. And it does look like it wants a little more momentum right there. So the letter JL looks like it wants to try to run up a little bit higher. Yesterday, it got up to from 73 to 94. Today, it's 81, and it's just up. Yeah, 81 and just kind of pulling back, but it does look pretty decent to try to run up there in the top. But again, it's at the top, so you have to be careful. And PHUN fun is probably going to try to start making a base. It did curl through and it's going to hit that 20. I would assume that it's going to start making a base down here and start trying to curl back up and run and get fun again. Rivian, let's look at it and see if it's trying to drive up yet. It was pulling back a hair, and let's see. It is just kind of pulling back flat there, nothing too crazy. So we will take a look at that one as well. And as we do every day, RMNI. This one took a nice dip. Let me see. They have earnings. When was their earnings? Was it yesterday? It looked like. Yeah, they had earnings and it took a huge dip. So let's just take a look at RMNI. And on mine, it says yesterday 166 to 201, closed at 177 and not doing anything yet this morning. But that would be an interesting one because it did pull back and doesn't look too bad right there, I guess. According to mine, anyway, at 177. Finviz has it at 159. So TNON. This one was a big popper before, and I think this one's trying to get rolling again. And this is a medical device one. Someone did send this over yesterday, and it was cruising up yesterday, 347 to 460, and this morning 429 to 457, back to 418. But just keep an eye on it for some momentum here because it's not looking too bad. Yeah, that's today's date. It's got to be, and it's not looking too bad there. So that is our TNON and our Joey's jumpers there for Halloween. And again, the heat map's pretty red. Microsoft down 3.75%. Their earnings weren't bad. Apple's down 0.20%. Google's down 0.78%. Meta down 3.45%, almost 3.5. Amazon's down 1%, and Nvidia's down almost a 1.5%. So all of them are pretty red, and the rest of the market's either not much green. It's either flat or red. So not looking too hot to start, but let's see what's going on with our earnings. Let's look at SYRS. They have their earnings at 8:30 this morning, so keep an eye on that bad boy. It's just sitting there 251 and has that look like it doesn't know exactly what it wants to do. So we'll keep an eye on that. It's a little bit flat right there. So we'll watch that. And then again, ton of earnings coming up. Let's look at our SPY real quick. That's down $4.71 this morning. Wow, it came back under the 20. Maybe it's going to come back to that 570 possibly. So maybe they are going to see a nice little dip right here if the SPY's dipping down like that today. Um, Let me just see. Yeah, 575, huh? Let's look at let me just see it on mine. SPY. A nice dip. There you go for that one. And let's just run through our Mag 7 real quick. Nvidia is down $2, just hitting that 20. Looks like it could try to get popped back, but I don't know. I think they might have to make a bunch of room. So they may be coming back down. We're keeping our eye on it, and I'll be looking at them all day. Let me look at Apple because they had their earnings, or they do. I mean, their earnings are today for Apple, and it's pulled back 41 cents, and it is below. I mean, it looked beautiful yesterday, and I kind of feel like it wants to pop back up, but they're all hitting their earnings and going down. So I have no idea. The only one that didn't was Google. And that was like the first one that went. And speaking of which, we'll look at it, and it's coming back down. It ran up and now it's coming back down here. So Google is coming back, and Amazon has their earnings as well. That is today. And another one down $2. And it was run up yesterday, and now it's back down. So Amazon, like I said, they all look like they're trying to pull back on these earnings, and most of them are beating them. So I don't know what's going on. It's kind of crazy. Meta's down like $20, back to that 570. So it is back down, and I mean it did set up even better, but it came right down to that below that support line. So it's going to jump back on there, and now we're getting some good prices right here as we're in the earnings week coming into an election, and now these big cats, the Mag 7s, are trying to pull back a little bit. And let's look at Microsoft real fast. That one's down 1653, and that one was set up perfectly and hit up there yesterday, and now it's pulling back. So yeah, the Mag 7's definitely pulling back today. And I did say last night we could see a red day, and boom, there you go. And it's only because, again, these are beating our earnings and all pulling back, and they all have that look. So when we went through them last night, I kind of factored that in. And yeah, I don't know what the heck's going on. Like INTC, Intel, their earnings were yesterday, I believe, or they're today, and that's pulled back 5 cents, but not looking too bad. But again, it's just they're all pulled back. So I'm not sure what's going on with that, but they are definitely all pulled back there. Let me look at the scanner and see if there's anything crazy going on. LUXH jumped up there. That's up a little bit. Keep an eye on this to try to bounce back. Looks like it had a night. Yeah, this one pretty much I think might be bottoming out. So we might want to keep our eye on LUXH. This one could be turning back around there. That's at the bottom. BSFC. I know that blue something, Blue Star Foods. This one's trying to looks like it was trying to curl up. Not to see. Yeah, they're all like everything's all over the place today. So they were hard looks last night, and they're even crazier today on Halloween. BSFC 33 to 52. This one did run up, so that BSFC has run up this morning. So we'll keep an eye on that. We were looking at it. How about that HPH highest performance? We were looking at that before, and that one pulled all the way back. Look for a bounce on that thing. HPH, EFSH. We were looking at a lot of ELAB. Let's see what that's doing this morning. Pulled back 2 cents, and that one's dipped down. So we're seeing a bunch of big pullbacks right here. And this one's probably going to try to roll off. So they could be a lot of dips before they're about to get ripping. So keep your eye on this. LILM, let's see if that's trying to get curled up at all right now. It was just kind of running up a little bit yesterday, nothing too crazy. And it's going to start. So keep your eye on that LILM. That one's going to be a decent little pop up. And that's that Germany Aerospace and Defense Company. And like I said, fun looks like it's, they all have that weird look. I'm telling you, a lot of weird looks here. What's that SVMH look doing? Because we were looking at that and that had pulled back. It's in the basement. It looks like it wants to bounce pretty soon. So keep your eye on that SVMH. Let me just pop over here and see what's going on with the volume. Anything else happening? HPH, like I said, watch for that one. LUXH. What's TFFP? That's a that one's looking pretty good. And let's see what that did this morning. It ran up yesterday. Yeah, nothing's looking that great today. Nothing's really jumping out at me and looking exciting. And again, you have your top mag sevens are exactly red. Tesla's actually up now, so we'll have to see what's going on. And we do have our earnings with Apple and Amazon, so we'll see what's up with them bad boys as well today as they go into their earnings. Let me look at crypto. Maybe that'll look a little hotter today. And I'm telling you, crypto is going to be rolling. Bitcoin's at 72,300 and something, like 99. It's just bouncing around, but it's up there and it wants to get moving back up. So Bitcoin wants to get cruising again. Ethereum's at 2,638. And it's just a tiny little pullback today, this morning, I mean, but nothing crazy, and it's going to continue to roll up there. Solana's back up to one or down to 175, and just a little bit of pullback as it comes back to the MACD, and I think it's going to roll off of there. Cardano's at 35, almost 36 now, and then the 50 and 100 are meeting. They're about to get nutty. Doge is over 17 now. And I'm telling you, this thing wants to get cruising up again. So watch for Doge to try to run up there. And we'll look at Sheeb and Bonk, see what they're up to. Here's Sheeb, SHIB. And that one's starting to get bullish. I'm telling you, this thing's about to cross through. So if you want another one that didn't really get cruising yet, Sheeb is there and Bonk. Bonk is also just kind of pulled back this morning. This one's sitting right on them lines, and I'm thinking this one's going to get set up. It's just kind of cruising, getting ready. So Sheeb and Bonk, you can find your bottoms on them, and they look like they want to get running. But again, the market doesn't look too hot this morning. So let me jump in and see what our laptop lowdowns look like this morning. Let me find them puppies real quick. Where are we at here? I know they were right around here. Hold on 1 second. Let me look somewhere. Let's see on lab. There we go. It popped right up there. Perfect. Laptop lowdowns. Here we go. ADTX. I know we looked at it and it is getting down there. Let me see what it's doing again. I forget, but didn't it like gap down or something? It's at 60 cents. Yesterday it closed at 70, and today it's at 72. It opened at 72, got to 73, and now it's at 60. So it was trying to move. I'm telling you, we'll keep our eye on it. We've been watching it, and it's just jumping around. That 20's up there at $1.03, and this is now at 60. So trying to curl up. We'll keep an eye on ADTX today, see if it wants to run. And I just lost my list just like that. Oh, let me see. What did I even do there? Hold on one second. All right, here we go. I think we got it now. Boom. No, that's not even the list. There it is. ADTX AEHL. Here we are. This one was getting set up. I know it was on the list the other day. And watch this to try to get set up right here. Antelope Enterprise. It is down there in the basement, but it looks like it's trying to get set up now. Edible. Let's look at that bad boy and see what Edible wants to do. That's in the basement and pulled back even more as it was trying to set up. Oh, let me see. Edible, EDBL. And yeah, Edible looks like it's trying to get set up, like I said, but it did run up. We know that on the 25th, and it got up to almost 32 cents. We're back down to 14 cents and still in the basement. So we'll have to see if Edible wants to get cruising again. It did run up there, and we'll see. FSUN, let's see what that's up to. FSUN. That's pulled back way down. That's actually going to be a good one. I'm going to keep my eye on FSUN. That had a nice dip yesterday, 39 and down to 36. So we'll keep an eye on that because it's coming right down to its support line at 36. So that one could have a nice little bounce right there. FSUN, GIC, Global Industries. Another one with a really nice dip right there and setting up pretty bullish actually. GIC. Yeah, dipped down 28.04 yesterday to 25 and it's sitting at 26.31 and that's a nice dip and like I said that's setting up bullish. You could see a little bounce back on that one. Keep your eye on GIC for a little bounce today. HMST Home Street. Another one took a huge dive yesterday. So these ones are taking big old dives. And this one started to dive down there on the 29th. Yesterday it came down even more. And today it's opened at 9. So yesterday it opened at 10 and came down to 876. And like I said, today we're opening at 9. Let's see how much this one wants to pull back. But this one could have a bounce on it too. HMST, MGP. I'm not seeing that one. I see MGPI, so we'll look at that because that's down there and curling up and looks pretty nice. Their earnings are probably tomorrow today. This one's looking good. MGPI, it's way down there and curling up. We'll keep an eye on that. Obviously, they're all kind of pulling back on earnings right now, so be careful. Obviously, SVCO, that one it was curling up there, and it was like almost a day out. I know it ran up yesterday, if I remember, 2 days ago. Let me see, SVCO, what day did it run up? The 29th, and yesterday, it was just about to hit the line, and it's not doing anything yet, but I was watching this because I wanted to see if it was going to curl through and run up like they should, and it's not doing exactly that yet. So they've been trying to, but they're not getting there yet. Like I said, they're trying to transition. Right now, they're all kind of wacky with the earnings and beating earnings and coming down. Everything's all screwed up. So SVMH, we were talking about this a little bit ago, and another one took a nice dip and could have a bounce, has a kind of bounce look. So we'll see if that one's trying to get set up or just bounce. TMTC is a shell company and it's way down there too. TMTC, what did this do? Yesterday it $17. Wait, let me see. Yesterday it was at yesterday 17.10. Its high was 23 and it came down to 768 and closed at 8. And then this morning it's just opening at 825. So you're way down there on this shell company, TMTC. And we'll keep an eye on this. This one could have a nice bounce. And like I said, that took a huge dip. And TTOO, we were looking at this as well, and it's way down there. And also going to be getting set up, I would say, fairly soon, but it just kind of crossed through. So I'll keep my eye on that one. And there you go with the laptop lowdowns right there. Let me see what you guys want to look at. ADTX is moving this morning. So, yep, there you go, Irish Lucky. Hope you were in that one. Oh, now it's moving 14 cents, huh? There you go. So ADTX is jumping up right there. And it's Mine still says it's at 66, so but Finviz says it's at 66 and up 10 cents. Mine says it is. I didn't even put the web bowl up today. I should have, I guess, huh? Because it opened at 72, dipped down. It's at 65, so it's not as high as it opened, but it is running around there. But keep an eye on that ADTX because it dipped down and seems to be running right there. So there you go. And LGMK, how are you, STX Confidential? Let's look at Logic Mark this morning and see what that's up to. LGMK. And that one is just, it was running up and just a little healthy pullback is all it looks like to me right at the moment. Let me see. That's today, 13 cents down to 12. I mean, it does look like it's pulling back, but it doesn't look like anything that crazy. You have your 20 down here at like 10 cents, and it looks like it's going to start curling up. So they're all out of whack right now, and you could just be seeing some pullback. We were saying last night that it could be a little bit red and pulling back just the way they were looking, and knowing that these earnings are beating them and they're still pulling back. BSFC we went through, and yeah, that one is popping up this morning, or at least it was BSFC, and that's at Blue Star Food. And it ran from 33 to 52 this morning. So, and now it's back, I believe, to 34. So they run up quick. I'm telling you, it's crazy right now. And these things are all wacky. Like I said, the heat map even looks a little crazy. RVSN, let's look at that one. Our railroad just sitting flat right there. This one still looked good though. I know that last night, and I would say the railroad's going to continue to move up. It's not doing anything for me yet on either chart. So but it looks pretty hot right there, Jonathan. So RVSN, I'd say looks good still to keep on running. CYN, Irish Lucky, let's see. That's up 5 cents. I know we looked at it just recently, CYN, I remember. And let's see, it did run up yesterday, 379 to 430, and then this morning, 428 up to 441, and it's back down to 390. It's not looking terrible, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. It might just be a little bit of pullback now that it ran up, but yeah, it's hard to even tell with that because, like I said, it did run up and it ran up higher than it did yesterday. So I'm not. It does look like it wants to continue. It's just kind of pulling back at the moment. So that's CYN and here's that RMNI. Let's look at that again because, like I said, that one looking like it wants to bounce back off there in the next day or so at least. So we'll keep an eye on that one. It is looking really good on here. It's back to 177. It opened at 166, went to 201, and it's at 177, and it looks really good. RMNI. So keep your eyes on that. And let me take a look and see if I missed anything else here. Um, there you go. Here's your ADTX. Yeah, that one's looking decent. It's just running around right there. So let me hop over into the stock twits and see what's going on right now over there. SMCI is still down. Let's see. It's down to 31 right now, and it is not bouncing back yet. It's probably going to come down into that basement, so keep an eye on that one as it pulls back. Meta's down. DJT is trying to bounce back up. MSTR is trying to bounce back up. That's that micro strategy. And again, these things were like pulling back yesterday. Microsoft's still down a little bit, and the Mag 7R Microsoft came way down like $16. Carvana's going up. We were looking at that one, and that one was looking pretty solid, and it jumped like crazy. And I don't know how it's staying up in the top like that, but it is. I would expect it to start coming down fairly soon. So CVNA, I think, is going to end up having to come back down. So look at that one, that angle. On Carvana. So that's CVNA Root. I don't even, we saw this yesterday. Root Inc. is up like $33 right there. So this one popped up this morning and it opened, no, it closed at 40 and popped up to 73. It's up like $33. I saw that on the scanner, or maybe it was on here. And Peloton ran up as well with their earnings. So That was probably not a good one to short. And again, the ones that look like they wanted to come back, they went up, and the ones that look like they should go up are coming back down. So it's you got to be really careful right now. And MBLY, this one had earnings on, yes, today they do, and it's popped up there. So watch MBLY. We looked at this before. It's a Mobileye Global. It's like an auto part company in Israel, and that one's also moving. So Tara is up this morning, TARA. That one's cruising up there, making a base, trying to stay up at the top. Let's look at coin and see what that's up to. Down another $5 and pulling back again. They're having like $1 billion buyback, and somehow it's pulling back, but it looks like it's going to try to roll off. We'll have to see if it does. On mine, it looks like it wants to. Let's see what else is happening here. Not a whole lot. What's that FFIE doing? Because we looked at that last night and it's up 11 cents. It looks like hitting that 20. Let me see it on mine. It could get moving FFIE. So we'll take a look. It has to get back over that 230 area. It's at 215, and that's FFIE. ITRM, let's see. Is that trying to build a base right there? It was up back up 10 cents. I think it is actually. So remember I was saying let's look at it to see if it wants to go back up. It looks like it does. So we'll keep an eye on that. Let's look at NVD since it's the opposite of NVIDIA. And that looks like it wants to run up there too, like that 135, and it's at 127. So you're going to see them flip back around, I think. But for whatever reason, things are just wacky right now. So yeah, that heat map is pretty red. And like I said, they're beating earnings and still going down. Microsoft Meta Platforms drag down NASDAQ, shadow campaigns, Microsoft, Google, legal feud heats up, and stocks can rise from now until inauguration day if the election goes this way. And I don't know what it says, but that's what that says. And clouds gather over Mag 7 earnings. And yeah, it does. I'm telling you, it's pretty wild. So we'll keep our eyes on things, and that's what's going on in the pre-market. Not a whole crazy amount of stuff happening right here. I'm just looking. TNON, like I said, looks pretty solid. That SMCI bounced back down to 31, but we'll see if it's going to try to bounce back. ENSC probably is down a little bit. It ran way up yesterday, and it did pull back there. So that one was up yesterday. Let's look at the JTAI because that one's been on here for a little while. It just keeps pulling back. And this one, let me see this on mine. This one could try to get moving soon. Just pull back. Keep an eye on that JTAI. I'll keep an eye on that. It's up to something weird right there. So and there you go. And we looked at the coin, and I would say there you go. There's our pre-market. Let me see. We did our big caps, our crypto, our Mag Sevens, laptop lowdowns, and our Jolie's jumpers. And like I said, there's just not a whole lot happening right now. And there's earnings, and they're beating earnings. They're not even doing bad, and they're getting crushed. So I think we're just seeing a big crazy shake up as the election nears, and just got to kind of let that dust settle, and things will be fine. And what's that ELAB doing? It looks like it's way down. I think it's down to like a new low. Yeah, ELAB way down there. So there's a ton of them that are taking big dips. So we'll look out for all them and find great opportunities and nail them. So it is a little red. I'll keep my eye on it. Keep you guys updated. Let me know if you want to see anything today, and enjoy your Halloween. And like I said, the heat map is a little scary red. So there you go for Halloween. But again, have a great day. Safe, trade safe, and lock in those profits. Let me know if you want to see anything, and enjoy your Halloween, everybody. I'll see everybody later. Have a good day.